When you open your solution file, you should have the Solution Explorer on the right-hand side of your screen. If it's not open, just go over to the View menu and select Solution Explorer from that window. Double-click the class1.cs C# file to open up that screen on your page. You can also open up a tab for the snippets, which is this update.txt file sitting here. If we double-click that, it brings up the actual code that we'll be typing in to make these changes. If you don't feel comfortable typing the code, the text for these can be just copied and pasted into the class1.cs file. First, we need to create our variables for first and last name. Click on line 27, hit the Enter key, and type in the following strings. Second, we will create code to add two switches to the list of acceptable variables in the command line application for the first and last name. We'll use -gn for given name or first name and -sn for last name. Click in line 76 and add the following code. Third, we need to modify the usage message to help the administrator determine what these new switches mean. Click in line 101 and add the following code. Next, we need to edit the actual method responsible for creating new members on the Windows Live side. On line 180 in the original SDK, we can see that the code used the value of null. Actually, if I can scroll over here, you'll be able to see it a little bit better. This would create the account, but it wouldn't have the attributes for the first and last name. We'll change the null values with the first and last name. We're done with our code changes, so now we need to actually build the application. Go to the Build menu, select Build Solution. In the lower left-hand corner, you should see Build Succeeded. The build then is located inside the bin folder in the C:\/airlift\command line folder. If we go to bin, debug, we can see our command line app right here. What we need to do is copy that to the root of our C drive so that we can run a test and see if it actually accepts first and last name. And let's take the config file at the same time. Change directory to our application. If I hit command line test right here, you can see that the first and last name, given name and surname, are now listed under the arguments. Let's try and run a command. -d wledutraining.com would actually be your tertiary domain, but that would the way this is right here is calling out my tertiary or my domain that I'm using. -au is my administrator credentials. My password for the admin account. -a, let's say we want to move or add a member, call it the member name. And the password. And let's use our new switches. -gn, given name, first name, so that'll be John. And -sn, Andrews is his last name. Hit the enter key. And the member is added. You have just successfully completed customizing your first SDK tool application.